Want to learn how to multitask the right way? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. When we talk about enemies of productivity, multitasking is near the top of the list. Once thought to be a superpower, the generally accepted principle now is that multitasking is a bad thing. People who multitask aren't doing two things equally well, they're doing two things equally poorly. In fact, a 2005 study in Great Britain found that the multitasking involved in constantly going back and forth between email and some other task caused a short-term reduction in IQ. In 80 clinical trials, Dr. Glenn Wilson, a psychiatrist at King's College, London University, monitored the IQ of workers throughout the day. He found the IQ of those who tried to juggle messages and work at the same time fell by 10 points, the equivalent to missing a whole night's sleep, or more than double the 4-point fall seen after smoking marijuana. I guess what we're taking from that is constantly checking your email while you're trying to work is worse than smoking marijuana. Oh well. Now, why is multitasking so bad? What we found is that what we call multitasking is really rapidly switching focus from one thing to the other. And that shifting of focus brings with it lost motion. Every task involves some startup time, and the more we shift our focus from one to the other, the more we have to go through that startup routine. We never get in what psychologists call flow. When we're in a state of flow, mistakes are minimized and concentration is at a maximum. Now, there is such a thing as good multitasking, and here's the secret. The attraction of multitasking is the supposed ability to do two or more things at the same time. The idea is to get more done in the same amount of time. Well, the secret is to choose two things that each require very little mental effort. Let me give you an example. When I ride the treadmill, I watch TV shows that I have recorded. Neither one of those activities requires much mental effort. Walking is a good exercise, and I'm able to watch those TV shows without it taking time from other activities. Some people run while listening to podcasts. That's another good example. Let me give you another one. While my dogs are eating their food, I'm loading or unloading the dishwasher for as long as it takes them to eat. Their bowls are nearby. And if I don't finish, I continue while I'm heating a cup of coffee later in the day. Here's another example. I always have the next read at hand, whether it's a book or a magazine. When I find myself with wait time, I can read. After all, waiting requires little concentration. Of course, making this idea work means making a decision about what that next read is going to be and putting it in my briefcase or inbox. When the appropriate time presents itself, the decision as to what to read has already been made. Closely related, I subscribe to certain blogs. All new content from them goes to one place. While I'm in the line at the grocery store or waiting to pick up a to-go order, my phone houses those things that I told myself I wanted to read anyway. In a recent blog post, I talked about preparing all birthday cards for the year while watching television. Applying stickers to envelopes doesn't exactly require a great deal of attention. To read that post, go to frankbuck.org/birthday-cards. Again, frankbuck.org/birthday-cards. The link is also in the show notes. Even preparing a draft of what you're listening to right now is an example of good multitasking. I have a note in Evernote for each piece of content coming up for the next month. As I think about a point I want to make, I just open the note and add it. Now it's your turn. What are some pairs of tasks that you could do at the same time? I'd welcome your ideas. Come over to the blog post and leave them there, or come over to the YouTube channel. And by the way, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Why not come over and do that now? Sometimes the easiest way to show you how to do something is, well, to show you. Thanks for listening today. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.